Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to Crash Landing, our Feed the Beast hardcore questing mod pack by Iskandar. A lot of fun we're having here. If you haven't checked it out, I actually started a custom map in vanilla Minecraft called Planetary Confinement, yes, Planetary Confinement The Dunes by a guy named Sirhc, and it is basically a recreation of Crash Landing in vanilla Minecraft using like command blocks and stuff, and it is crazy and amazing. It's amazing what all the extra like command block stuff that they added in 1.7 and 1.8, or I think mostly 1.8. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of map making stuff that they added, and armor stands allowing you to make like little models and stuff. And the custom models that you can now do with 1.8. But yeah, anyways, it's a lot like this. It's kind of fun. I just started that yesterday, and it was very interesting basically to revisit the first days of Crash Landing, although it's a little bit easier on there because you have normal Minecraft hunger, and the water doesn't drain when you're just standing still. It's not constantly going down, so it's a little bit easier to survive in there, at least it seems to be, whereas here water and food is a much more serious situation. But anyways, today what I thought we'd do is we would kind of just gear ourselves up, get ready. We might go exploring next episode, I think. Try and find those big reactor parts that we need for the quest and for making a big reactor. And so first off, we want to make some fail safes in case we die. Sink ore, yeah, we're finally revisiting the sink ore. And actually, I could just go in here. Let's see, let's do this, and we can make. I'm gonna make 3 of these, just because, you know, why not? And we are going to make 27 of these. And I guess I have to do this. I don't know if I can hold them all in my inventory. No, I can't. Over here we have a special new addition to our base. This is our clone storage, I guess. So let's get our shell constructors. Those will go right here, and we'll stick those down. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Those need to get power, so I have them powered from the back, and if we right click them, they will start constructing ourselves. And then I have redstone blocks down here because these storage shell storages need a redstone signal to them, otherwise they will not store bodies, the bodies of our clones. So one thing I mean, this isn't very close to it, but the inspiration for this was, I mean, obviously I don't need this many clones. Like one shell constructor and 1 storage is plenty, which is what I have in my old base. But the inspiration for this is, if you've ever seen a movie called Moon, it stars Sam Rockwell and only Sam Rockwell. They might have one other guy in there. No, there are other people because he talks to his wife. But it's about a guy on the moon, kind of doing like a space work thing where he's away for I don't remember how long it is, but it's quite a few years. He's up at the moon, kind of overseeing a mining operation, and then he's like getting near his time to go home. And he finds out that, spoilers, if you haven't seen already, I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil it, skip ahead if you don't want to. But he finds out that he's actually a clone, and there's a whole bunch of them. And he like opens up a secret hatch underneath like the medical bay, and there's just like a long hallway of storage of clones stored up. And they're actually in like, they're in like, I don't know what you would call them. They're in like drawers in the walls. So this isn't quite like that, and this is nowhere near as long as that was. But that was kind of the inspiration, that you would go down and then voila, we have all of our clones. So We're gonna have to wait for those shell constructors to construct some clones, and then we'll have to move them over to the shell storages. But until then, I figured we should have quite a bit of cobalt and manulin. So we might go and I think we're gonna make all new tools. I could replace the parts of the tools that I have, but I don't want to use the auto repair anymore. The moss that I have on these, I want to just make all new tools. I want to make them all electric like I have with the excavator. And even the excavator, I might just start from scratch and make a new one. The bad thing is we won't have the modifiers, but maybe I'll do some, I'll just use them a bit and just get them to the point where I can modify them a little bit. So we got some cobalt and ardite ore. That's what I was thinking. So we can make some of this up. We first got to combine these and break these down. And I got those, I got two, are they in here? Yeah, two of these Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3 diamond hammers. So I'm hoping that these will give us more pieces, which I don't know if they did or not. But then we can combine these up and break these up, and then we can stick those into our smeltery and see how much cobalt and ardite we can get and make up some manulin. I guess we can't put them all in at the same time, but we'll put all the cobalt in, and then we can put in a little bit of manulin, or a little bit of ardite, so that we can make the manulin. Alright, so we got some stuff smelted up, and I suppose the first thing that we should replace is my trusty dusty frying pan. So we got 62 ingots of cobalt. We have 16 ingots of manulin in there right now, and I do have 35 more ingots of ardite. I also have some molten obsidian that we'll use for bindings and such. So for the frying pan, we want to make that all out of manulin. Basically, the rule of thumb is you always want to make your handles out of manulin, because manulin has the best, it has the best handle modifier, 2.5, and then you want to make your weapons out of manulin because it has the best base attack of 2.5, and then you want to make your tools out of cobalt, the heads out of cobalt, because it has the best mining speed of 11. So for the frying pan, we got manulin down there. Whoops. We can pour some of that out into here. And frying pan's pretty simple, just 2 parts. We can put that in here, and frying pan, put that in. And we have frying pan. Woohoo. I don't know if I can modify this right away. We'll need to make some, what do we need to make? We need to make, I wish you could like skip to the end of the books. I think it's a capacitor that we have to use for here. And right there. Oh, I think we can do leadstone energy cell as well. Or flex capacitor, one of those. I think they do the same thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that these two, like, they'll have the same amount of electric charge, but maybe we can try that out too. So yeah, it looks like we can't put any modifiers on here yet. We have to use it up a bit, level it up so that we can actually add a modifier. But I did make both of these, and it looks like these both do the same thing. They just add the flux modifier, and it makes it 400,000 RF to charge it. And it's the same no matter what. So I could make either one of these, even though this one actually holds less charge, which is kind of strange. And I think it's probably cheaper. Well, yeah, it definitely is cheaper. So that's kind of weird. But anyways, so we got our frying pan. I guess next we can make a pickaxe. So we're going to need another tool handle. We're going to need a tool binding. And we're going to need a tool head. So let's do tool binding, tool head. We'll make the tool head out of cobalt and pour that. And then we're going to make the binding out of obsidian because normally I would make it out of paper. First of all, it's very cheap. Second of all, it adds a modifier, But since we have this whole Tinker's tweaks or whatever it is that makes, you have to like level these up to modify them, the paper I don't think actually does anything to help it. So instead we're going to use obsidian, which adds reinforced 3, I believe, which is basically like an unbreaking enchant. Obsidian, yeah, reinforced level 3, which means that if we look back here, 10% chance per level of not using durability. And I think that works with the electric charge as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done a whole lot of testing of this stuff. But yeah, so we got that, and we can make our pickaxe right there. Awesome. New pickaxe, nice. Very nice. I went and used my frying pan and my pickaxe for a little bit. Leveled them up 1 level, so now we are comfortable with both of them, and we have one modifier that we can put on them. So we're going to... Oh, that looks so cool. I love it. It's just like little weird red dots. So we can put the leadstone stuff on these, charge them up. Very good. And put them in here. I got smite on here for my first modifier, and then I got another reinforced on here. So this thing is reinforced 4, but we can charge those up. I also made quickly a little shovel and a hatchet, so I'll have to use those a bit, and so I can add the flux or the leadstone, the capacitor stuff, yeah, make them electrically charged. And then the next big thing we need is another excavator, a better excavator. So let's see. Let's do that, and we're gonna make both of those parts out of obsidian, I guess, because it doesn't really matter. Both of these only deal with, at least I'm pretty sure, they both, they don't deal with the mining speed or the durability. That's what I was saying. All that they, well, maybe they do. I guess I don't think they do though. I think it's just like for the excavator, it would just be the excavator head that deals with mining speed, and then the tough rod deals with durability with the handle modifier. So we're going to make cobalt head, and then we're going to make a Manulin handle. This is going to eat up a lot of our cobalt. I'm not sure how much this one is. I think it was 8, wasn't it? Yeah, 8 for that. So that's a lot there. We still have 51 ingots, and then we have 13 ingots of molten Manulin. I think the tough rod takes 3. So we'll have plenty for that. We'll grab that, put it over here, and excavator, and start putting those in. And there we go. We got our new excavator. So we can dig up a whole bunch of stuff with that, get that used up. And those are kind of the main tools that I've used. I'm kind of thinking I might want to go and make... Well, it'd be nice to make one of everything. Maybe we'll start doing that. I don't know how far we'll get with how much cobalt and ardite we have. But we could start making some of everything. Although maybe I should make a bow first before we do all that. I'm not sure how or what like the best way to make a bow is, so I'll have to play around with that and check that out first. So it looks like, I'm not sure what the draw speed and arrow speed depend on, but if I take the cobalt and replace one of them, it doesn't change that. It only changes the durability and the attack damage. And if I take one of those and replace both of them, it just changes the durability. And it decreases those. So I think we want to make it out of Manulin. I'm not sure if there would be... Maybe we could check, see what would do if we did just some sticks and we went over here. And tool rod. Which one's tool rod? How do I not have a tool rod pattern? That seems very strange. Well, I mean, obviously I had it at one point. I must have lost it. So let's put that in there. There's tool rod. I'm pretty sure, because that's tough tool rod. Yeah, I don't have one. Huh. Okay, well anyways, we got wooden tool rod here. Let's grab another one maybe. And I'm not wasting materials with the manulin or the cobalt, because these I can melt up again. The tool rods I can't do anything with, but that's okay. So if we did that, that's what we get. If we did that, okay, so it does affect it, but the cobalt and manulin must have... Oh, they have a higher draw speed than if we did wood. Interesting. Interesting. So I think I'm okay with the higher draw speed, because we also get a better arrow speed, right? And we get better attack damage. Yeah, we get better attack damage, and it has more durability. So we'll go with that. And then we need to figure out arrows. All right, so I've been playing around with this a bit. I made a flint arrowhead and an obsidian arrowhead, and then cobalt and manulin. We probably won't be using those just because we don't have a lot of them, but I wanted to see how good they were. And yeah, we can make the arrowheads out of like wood, stone, flint, bone, obsidian, netherrack. I think the stone ones, or I made one of the stone ones. I think I threw it on the ground. It can only be used for making casts, so we can't actually use that, but I figured the flint and obsidian would probably be pretty good. And it says damage 3 for the obsidian, damage 2 for the flint, speed is better for the obsidian. Durability is actually better for the flint, which seems strange. You'd think obsidian would be very durable. But we do have tons of obsidian, though, so that would probably be a good material to make it out of. And then tool rods we can make out of a whole bunch of materials. I was checking out some of those. And then the fletchings we can also make out of feathers, leaves, and slimes. Leaves and slime. I think the slime is the blue slime that you get from, like... you get them from like the slime islands, which we don't have, so we can't do that. And I tried the leaf, and it's a lot worse than the feather, so we're not gonna do that. But let's check this out. So let's say we have flint, and if we do flint, wood, and feather, then we get a base attack of 2.5, short bow attack 2.5 to 5 hearts. Weight is 1.26. Accuracy of 96%. If we change that out with bone, it's the exact same. So the bone versus wood, not a big deal. If we change it out with like a manulin tool rod, then it just gets a lot heavier, and that's the only thing. So I guess it wouldn't fly as far. So we could probably do those out of wood. I kind of like the look of the wood better anyways. So that's flint. Obsidian, we'd have base attack of 3. Let's see. Accuracy is still 96%. Weight goes up a little bit. If we had cobalt, that'd be a base attack of 3.5, I guess, even though this is 4. That seems strange. Speed is very good. Okay, so I guess the difference between cobalt and manulin is cobalt's a lot faster, or a little faster, but manulin hits harder. And then manulin also has better damage. I almost wonder how Ardite would be. But to get Ardite, I'd have to clear out all the cobalt out of there. And I don't really feel like doing that. So, plus, I don't really want to use, like I said, I don't want to use the cobalt and manulin for that, just because we're going to have to make a lot of these. And I feel like that would be very expensive. So I think obsidian is going to be our best choice. So I'll make a bunch of those. So I got my tools. I used the excavator and the shovel a whole bunch so that I could put the energy thing on them. Got all my old tools hanging up here for a display, which is kind of cool. And now what I want to do, we need some good armor. And I want to play around with some Tinker's Construct armor that I have not touched before. they have this exo suit that you can make, and I think I have enough for the legs, the boots, and the helmet. Exo-goggles. So this stuff, if we stick this on, it doesn't provide any armor, it looks like. Right? Yeah, it doesn't provide any armor. But what you can do with this stuff is you can modify it. And so, looks like each of these has 30 modifiers remaining. One thing I kind of want to do is around the base, it'd be nice to have a little bit more speed. And what we can do for that, let's get rid of this. There we go. Is that not working? Does that not work? Or maybe, oh, maybe I put too much on there. Let's grab some redstone too. So redstone, if we put that on here, it gives you speed, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. I think quartz gives you, let's get it some quartz. I think quartz gives you, what am I trying to think of? So plus 2% speed when we do that. So it's plus, yeah, so it's 1% speed for each redstone we put on there. I think quartz adds protection, but I guess not. What adds protection? Is it, it's not iron, would it be? Maybe we'll try iron. Wonder if lapis does anything. Oh, okay, I got it. Iron and lapis don't do anything, but it's a block of quartz, and it adds 1 attack damage. So that can increase your attack. I don't know what would increase your defense, though. Okay, I got this stuff figured out. You need iron large plates to add protection, and I'm not sure how much you can actually add. Oh, that's right. I need to make new ones because I made some speed. Why did I get speed from just holding it? That seems weird. No, those are supposed to go on. I made some speed armor so that I can get around the base real quickly. The only problem is that our FOV gets really weird. But I suppose we could turn that down, put it down to like 75. That's a little bit better. And then we can run around our base real quick. We can do lots of things. Oh yeah, that's nice. So that's kind of like our base armor. Our at-home armor. And I leveled up my frying pan again. Now I have sharpness, which is nice. So this we will, I don't know, we'll just put that, well, I guess we can keep that on. Alright, so I made some more bronze plates so we can make another set of armor. And I'm kind of thinking maybe just instead of, what am I doing? Legs, that's what I need. Instead of like making armor that's good at everything, maybe I'll have different suits. So how much of this can we put in? We can fill that up, and that adds 16% protection. So yeah, we could do that. I'm gonna need a lot more armor plates. So what does that do then? We got 2 armor slots. It's not too bad. That's not great either, but I smelted up a whole bunch of iron here though, so we can make a whole bunch more iron plates. Alright, I filled up these exo legs with the iron plates. No more modifiers remaining. Protection is 20%. And it turns out that it's not as good as diamond even. It's half an armor slot less than diamond, or armor point, I don't know what you'd call that. It's less than diamond, so there's really no point in doing all protection because, you know, I might as well just wear diamond if I do that. So instead, whoa, hey, no, get out of here. Okay, so I made some more bronze plates so we can make some more leggings. These are pretty much garbage. I don't think we can do anything with those. But I guess what we can do is find a balance between quartz and iron plates. Also, there's diamond that you can add. And what diamond does, let's see. Wait, do these? Yeah, those have, oh yeah, you can only do 1 and 1. Diamond increases the % attack damage. So if you have a high base attack, like if you're using a cleaver, which has pretty high base attack, I think it's like 11 or so, or if you level that up, then you can use up a block of diamond and a single diamond, and you get 50% attack damage plus. So if you had, you know, attack damage 10, then you'd be hitting 15 instead. We have attack damage 7 with this thing right now. The other way we could go is with the quartz, and with the quartz I think the max is attack damage plus 5, so that's better for us right now. You'd have to be hitting, you know, like I said, you'd have to be hitting 10 for the 50% to be equal to the quartz, which we are not, and so I think we'll go with the quartz. And so we can do plus 5 here, or we could instead use up some protection, which I would like to have at least some protection. So let's see, if we did, I don't know, if we used that up and got 6% protection, which I guess really isn't that much. But that uses up 21 slots. Each one of these is 5. I think, yeah, 5. So we could, or that uses 9 slots if we do that. So we could do 2 blocks of quartz, which adds 2 attack damage. And then 3 of those. Oh, I don't know. It's hard. I don't know what to do for the balance. Okay, I think this should work. I think we'll do all 3 of those. And then we will do 4 of these. Yeah. And then we'll have 1 modifier remaining. We could actually, no, because that takes up 1. What could we do? We could add just a little bit of speed, plus 1% speed, and those can be our combat leggings, I guess. They add very little armor, so they're not very good combat, but they do add plus. I don't know if it actually says, but they do add extra damage. I'm a little afraid to go up there right now. I don't have any other armor. I just have the leggings. Well, let's go up there anyways and get ready to fight for our right to party. Aha! Get out of here, jerk face. I'm gonna stand on this thing just in case. Hi. Oh, I'm leaving. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. So we have, yeah, I mean, we can make this armor. It's not amazing, but it's all right. It's not bad. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna do today. Let's put our fast armor back on, which is that stuff. Woohoo! Fast armor, and we can check down here. I've been making some clones, not quite filled yet, but I'll probably have it filled by next episode. Very cool. So yeah, I might just go with full diamond when we go out to fight things. That might be the best choice. Diamond also keeps us cool, which will conserve our water as well. But we do have the new tools, which is nice. The bow, which, by the way, I never tested the bow on camera. It's very slow drawback. Once we can do a modifier on there, I'm definitely going to try and stick some redstone. And hopefully for the modifier, when we level it up, will be redstone with the haste. Because that will speed up our drawback speed. But it does work, you know, when we got those long range attacks we gotta do. But anyways, I hope you have enjoyed. I look pretty funny with these goggles. I got 2 pairs of goggles because I need to protect my goggles from being scratched. But anyways, I hope you have enjoyed. I will see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.